Shalom, you all please say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Yahshua. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. And shalom to all the elect brothers, man. The title of today's show is going to be entitled The Color of Our Lord, and He Came in the Flesh. Because 2018, man, people are still thinking that our Lord, man, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, was a so-called white man. And He was a spirit. He wasn't a spirit. So we're going to go into from few scriptures and few precepts proving that the Lord is a so-called black man. And if you can't get it, man, this ain't for you. The first scripture I'm going to is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1.
This is Revelation 1, verse 1. The revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto the servants which must surely come to pass, and he sent and signified by his angel unto his servant John. This is Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach.
John the Revelator, man, the Most High, he was angels, man, he used John the Revelator, Yahushua, to show him how we look like, man. So the word revelation means to reveal. So he revealed onto John the Revelator, man, how we look.
Which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Verse 13, it says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
And if you don't know, the 7 candlesticks represent what? The 7 churches, man, in Asia Minor. That's what the 7 candlesticks represent.
All right. One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Shalom, Apostle Clark. Shalom.
Oh, shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. It says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
What does the word Son of Man go back to? The word Son of Man go back to Adam, which means Bon Adama, man of the ground. And what color is the soil when he planted, man, when he cultivated? The soil, the darker the soil, man, the better vegetation you get, man, and the better plantation you get. So our Lord, man come from the, if you could believe it, man, we all came from the ground, man. And who was that first man? Who was Adam? Yahushua.
And it says, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Yeah, he had a garment on, man. That means he had a body. So he had a garment, man, clothed onto the ground. A garment onto the ground. That's how Israelite garments. They ain't a dress, it's a garment. The same garment you see us wearing right now, the same garments you see brothers wearing at the camps.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
He had a golden girdle, man, protecting his what? His organs. So our Lord, man, our Lord, the Son, our Lord, the Most High, he's a warrior. His Son is a warrior.
The precept. This is Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
Yeah, the Most High is a man of war, man. Yahweh is his name. Our Lord love war, man. He ain't all about peace, man. He's all about war. And his Son is all about war, too.
It says, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
Yeah, so, read it again, my brother?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs, man. His head on his head and his beard were white like wool. Woolly in texture.
It says, as white as snow.
As white as snow, because at the age of 33, man, he had a full head of gray hair, man. But that meant he had a lot of wisdom. Not everybody with gray hair had wisdom, but Yahushua, man, he had a lot of wisdom, man. And he dealt with the trouble of, he dealt with dealing with the bonehead two-thirds of our people, man. That's why his hair was full of gray, too.
And his eyes.
Ecclesiastes 8 verse 1. Who is he, who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine.
Yeah, that's why Yahushua's face is shining, man. Because he had a lot of wisdom. Wisdom making a man's face to shine. That's why you see brothers in the camp, face shining. First time I saw brothers in the camp, their face was shining. The reason why they had a lot of wisdom in them, man. That's it, brother.
And it says, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was a, look at Genesis 49 and 12. Yeah, his eyes was a flame of fire, man. The reason why his eyes was a flame of fire is the pupil of his eyes. Why? Because when we drink wine, man, the pupil of our eye turn red. That's why his eye was a flame of fire, man. That's why it ain't nothing wrong with drinking wine, man. You got some of these churches say you can't drink alcohol. Our Lord, one of the first miracles our Lord did, man, was doing what? Turning water into wine. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking wine. You can't just be getting drunk. When you're outside, you get drunk when you're home. But don't get drunk when you're outside, man. It's not being wise. So that's the reason why, man, our Lord has red eyes. You don't see the so-called white man in this iconic class of images, man. Caesar Borgia, the picture we have at our side, man. He look like a leprous dog, man, with blonde hair and blue eyes. The scripture said, man, and the scripture also said he came in the flesh. So he had red eyes, man, because he drank wine. You read on the scriptures, brother?
Genesis chapter 49, verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Yeah, and that's talking about that's talking about Yahushua, you know. That was in the Old Testament, but again, like the brother said, if you can receive it, then you can receive it. If you can't, you can't. That's for you only Old Testament heads out there.
That's it. Who is talking? That's a prophecy, man. That Jacob prophesied to his 12 sons. So he prophesied all the different tribes, man. He prophesied the tribe of Judah, and he prophesied the king that shall come over to Judah. Who's that king that came with the Judah, man? Yahushua is that king that came. So he prophesied how he's going to look. That's it.
It says Matthew 11 and 19, and it says the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children. So it says the Son of Man came eating and drinking, man. And I believe this is right after he got done with his 40 days and 40 night fast. Okay? Yeah, so it says he came eating and drinking, man. All right? And it says he's the Son of the Man. That lets you know, man, he was the Lord, man. And he had to be one of us, man, because it don't matter what he did, man. All people are going to talk shit, man. All right? Like other people don't eat and drink. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on with publicans. Publicans is the lowest of people, man. People that our Lord hang on with the lowly people. He didn't hang on with the high people, man. Like he wasn't hanging on with the ones of the 2/3 of Israel, man. That sold them back then. He wasn't hanging on with it, man. He was hanging on with the lowly and the meek. I just prophesied.
All right, and it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
Yeah, his feet like unto fine brass, man. Like if it burned in the furnace, man. Our Lord, do it again, brother.
This is Revelation 1 and 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
These people in different churches, man. What they say, man, on the so-called Jews say, man, they say his feet are fine. Whatever your feet is, man, your whole body's that same color, man. So the Lord,
What's that? This is Revelation 1 and 15.
You know, a little pink man, one little red man. Like these so-called white people, man, pushing their lie. I know people still believe that lie up to this very day. The first thing we did when we came in the shoe, what we did, we went and told our family, man, that the Lord is so-called black man. We showed them in the scriptures, and they didn't accept it. They hate us for that. You know why? They love their oppressor, man. They don't want to see another black man ruling. They can't believe that. Their mind, the brain, man, they can't handle a black man, the Lord being a black man, and his son being a black man, and the Israelites being so-called black. Their brain can't handle that, man. But they've been under slavery for all these hundreds of years, man. Hard for them to get under that cloak, man. The Lord is a black man that look like me, they can't get over it. That's why the Most High blinded them.
And it says, as if they burnt in a furnace.
If you take anything and put it in a furnace, man, and burn it, what color it's gonna get? It's gonna get darker. You put grass in the furnace, it's gonna get darker. Put silver on the furnace, it's gonna get darker. Put gold, it's gonna get darker, man. That's the color of our Lord. How John the Revelator see him, man, when the angel show him the Most High. Our Lord, I mean, Salaki, the Lord, Yahushua.
And his voice as the sound of neck unto a fine brass, man. All right, and this is red letter, man. All right, so this is basically Yahushua describing himself right here, man. All right. So listen, man. Hey, man. There's no doubt, man, because even in the scriptures before, it said what? He had a hair like wool. You know, I actually did that today. I actually Googled woolly hair, man. I literally did that today, man.
We all have woolly
You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I did that.
Most of the southern kingdom, man, we got woolly hair.
That's right.
The northern kingdom got woolly hair too, but they ain't like us. They ain't like a super white man.
That's right. And it says, and his feet are like unto fine brass, man. And as a brother described earlier, man, the color of brass is what, man? It's a brown color, man. All right, we got brass keys, man.
Yeah.
All right. What you call a penny is the color of brass, man. Bronze, man. All right. So it's not even really that hard of a breakdown. It's very straightforward.
Look at that bronze metal, man.
That's right.
Our law was in the color of bronze metal. If you burn the bronze metal, what's the color of the law? Where you get that fucking red man from, man? Being white. Which is all bullshit, man. High colorism, man. And that's why the Most High gonna start destroying the so-called white man and start taking those images, man.
And that's why the scriptures say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. All right, and who's the main judge? Who they covered, man? Our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. All right.
And that's how over 1,000 years ago, man. During the time of the Renaissance, man. When the Most High started taking over Israel, the so-called white man started taking over, because we run Europe, man. And the so-called white man started coming up in Europe, man. And taking over all our images, and kind of coming up in Jerusalem. So that's why the Most High gonna start taking over the so-called white man very soon.
Yeah, like if you talk to an average so-called Edomite, it's funny how they know about the Renaissance period. But when you ask them what was going on before the Renaissance period, they don't want to talk to you because they know the true history. They know that we ran Europe during the Dark Ages. To popular belief, what they teach you in school about the Dark Ages is total nonsense.
They say civilization began with the Greeks. Homosexuality began with the Greeks, man. The Greeks are a bunch of facts.
The gymnasium, wrestling naked. That's Esau. That's not us.
Can I just say something? Yeah, man. And when it comes to these Dark Ages, man, I just watched. I couldn't even get through the whole documentary, man, because hey, man, we had to teach you motherfuckers how to bathe, man.
How to speak.
You know what I'm saying?
They had no language, brother. They had no language. They speak like cavemen. All those caveman movies, yeah, you also know Jake's in those caveman movies. That's right. But we civilized them, man.
That's right.
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. And that's that's talking about Yahushua. Yahushua sprang out of the tribe of Judah. And also it says Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood, because back in ancient time the priests were the Levites, and now coming up to Yahushua's return, all of Israel, right now we're all priests, and in the kingdom the elect are going to be the kings, the judges thereof.
Jeremiah 14:2. And it says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof language. So this letting you know who the Jews are, man. It says Judah mourneth, man. All right, the gates thereof language, man. And that's speaking about us, man. Hey, man, that's speaking about our leadership, man. All right? We don't have no leaders, man. All right? Our gates are language.
Good evening. Did you guys see a cell phone anywhere here? I was here early on and I lost my cell phone.
I'm going to read it again. It says, Jeremiah 14:2. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof language. So it says the real Jews, man, are in mourning, man. Our gates are languishing, man. Our leadership, man. These people, they have us our so-called quote-unquote leaders. They ain't our leaders, man. We don't have no leadership out here, man. All right? Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Farrakhan, we'd have Obama. Listen, man, none of these people are our leaders, man. These people are set up, man. All right? So our gates are languishing, right? And it says they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem are going up. And it says they are black unto the ground, and that word black in the Hebrew is kodar, which means dark skin, man. All right? And as we said earlier, man, hey, man, the man come from the dust of the ground, man.